baseball.
I want you to know I'm there for you.
In my heart.
Think about the abuse that he's going to take.
Your enemy will be out in force, but you cannot meet him on his own low ground.
What you gonna do if one of these pictures throws through your head?
I'll duck.
So Chad, first congratulations on a great picture. My quote for it is that this was inspirational and necessary.
Right.
My first question is, I think one of the interesting things that I learned about Jackie through this picture is that how much he didn't really want to be a hero at the beginning. He just wanted to play baseball.
Right.
But he took on that responsibility after learning like how much it meant to other people. How much did you learn about the character that you didn't already know before going into this movie?
Well, the thing that struck me the most, the two things in this statement is that baseball wasn't his best sport. You know, he was a better football player, he was a better baseball player, a better basketball player, better track and field, he even played tennis. And so he had greatness in him anyway. It just wasn't a place to put it in these United States. And what he was able to do once he was given this opportunity is actualize that greatness. He was actually going to quit baseball when he played in the Negro Leagues. It was such a hard way of living.
Right.
Going on and off buses, playing 4 games a day. You couldn't stop for food. You couldn't shower. And so it was a hard life, and they weren't getting paid enough to go through all of that. And so he had at times expressed to Rachel Robinson that he was going to quit. And so if this had not happened, he would have been, he would have been a janitor. He always talked about his brother had won the silver medal in the Olympics and came home and became a janitor. So it's surprising to me that, he had that greatness in him and it was nowhere to put it.
What I also liked about the movie was Nicole Bahari's portrayal of Rachel, and how important that love relationship was to him getting through those tough days. I mean, he's getting called everything, but she seemed like the rock that kind of centered him and kept them together.
Well, if you notice in the movie, the first thing he does is call her and says, will you marry me? They when you read the biographies, they had already discussed getting married. They had already agreed on getting married, but they didn't want to get married without him having a job. A job where he could really support their family and their future. And so this gave them an opportunity to build that life they had always dreamed of, to live up to the American dream. And I think he could not have done this if not for her.
Right.
But it wasn't like the family came first.
Right.
The love story comes first.
Yeah.
He was doing this in order to live out that dream, as opposed to the opposite. And so, they covered each other. They had agreements about how they would get through it. She was his teammate.
All right, and last question is, there's a lot of rough language in the movie, to be frank, and you as an actor from the South, even portraying the role of Jackie Robinson, how hard was it to have other characters saying, hey, you nigga, hey, you porch monkey, all this stuff as an actor?
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to a certain degree, and it's difficult. At first, you're bridging the gap between the past and the present, because we use these words colloquially.
Yeah.
We use them amongst each other in ways that we don't necessarily use them around other people.
Right.
And so it's different when the context is you're being berated or you're being attacked with these words in a stadium, and the intent is to hurt you. And not only that, it's being expounded upon, the stereotypes and the ideas are being expounded upon the way they are in that scene.
Yeah.
And so it gets to a point where it starts to have its old meaning, its original meaning, and it gets to you. And you need to, at the end of that scene, step away from everybody and get back to a place where you can deal with people.
Well, it took a lot of courage for this role, man. I appreciate it, man. Great movie. Wish you best of luck in your plays, movies, whatever you got coming
All right.
up, brother.
Thank you, man.